All right, let's keep moving. Number 56, REM South Central Rain.
That's why you wanted to keep moving, Dave.
Well, I mean, as I posted in our cheat sheet, I've asked the question, there's the Beatles versus Stones. Which ones do you prefer? For the 80s, it's for me, it's U2 or REM. And apparently by your shirt, you're voting U2.
Oh my God. You know what?
I got a little REM over right there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, see, there's that's my vote.
For me, the first half of the 80s was all about U2 versus the Police. And yeah. And then the Police kind of fizzled and died. And yeah, U2 versus REM. But I was such a huge fan of U2's early stuff, especially the War album, that they were already miles ahead of REM for me. Although this song, South Central Rain, or it's actually called Southern Central Rain.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's actually in the inner sleeve. They printed out one time in the inner sleeve of the album, Southern Central Rain. Yeah, there you go. But that's my favorite REM song. And I just love how simple the melody is, how basic it is. There's a great version of them playing this on Letterman's show in '83. Right. And it's just this tiny little band, playing this beautifully crafted little pop song. It had kind of a 60s, tinge to it, and just this wonderful, simple melody. And Michael Stipe in his crazily shy days, where he couldn't even look up, he was looking straight into the mic, doing a lot of shoegazing, as they say today.
He had hair like you in '84.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I did not even remember Michael Stipe.
Yeah, there is your Michael Stipe look right there.
But I had a smile on my face, and he never smiled. Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, he was painfully shy back then.
Holly, you said you don't remember Michael Stipe.
No. I didn't remember him with all that hair. To me,
with the hair.
Yeah, I was a fan back then.
Yeah. I got the Michael Stipe look today.
You got the same haircuts. You guys are both.
Actually, I think JC has a little more hair than Michael Stipe right now. Look at you guys.
Possibly. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm still pretty shaggy.
You haven't grown a beard yet. Actually, he shaved off his beard. I think he was growing like a Letterman type beard for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay, so always U2. Did you ever see REM?
Never saw REM.
Yeah.
I wish I had. Yeah. Well, that's one of the few bands from the era that I never saw.
Yeah. The one big difference between U2 and REM, U2 always upped their game. Like their stage show was always like presentations and pieces, and REM were just they were just a bar band. They wanted to play their songs and present them in the best way possible. But
right.
Which I always love. But U2 were they were a stadium act, and I think Bono famously said we couldn't even play in a bar if we wanted to. It's
true. I mean, I've seen U2 several times, and they've seen them in Boston and seen them in Toronto, and they actually came here to Moncton, New Brunswick one time in Atlantic, Canada, and it's just such a treat every time. And yeah, they're like Springsteen. They play to a 75, 80,000 seat stadium like Springsteen plays to a stadium like it's a living room. Yeah. U2 plays to a stadium like it's a stadium. That's right. And they make such a huge show out of it. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
So Dave, so we have it for the record, U2 or REM?
Oh, for me, it was REM. I'll always love them. I think just because, I don't know. I think it was just because from the get-go, when I heard them, I was like, this is something unique. It just felt like my band. U2 were guys from Dublin, and I saw them play arenas. You can always, I don't know, I just related to REM more. Of course I'll always love U2. It's like U2, it's like Beatles and Stones. I love both bands equally, but I always have an edge, just a warm fuzzy spot for REM always. And maybe they broke up, and U2 is still trying to top themselves. So REM,
right.
This is what we do. We're not. Oh, Did we lose
Sorry, I'm
Holly?
here. No, I'm here. Hang on.
Oh,
One second.
okay. Yeah, they were, REM always, they kind of, every time they came out with something, here's a single and we're going to play we have mandolin on it. And,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It worked for me.
Yeah. And I love that early stuff. I found it, and even it's funny because I love the early singles, but Automatic for the People, still my favorite REM album, like track for track. It's just wonderful.